even know if I'm recording with my glasses or not, but I am, I'm going to be doing the screen recorder, but I'll have to edit the hell out of the video because, I'll have to edit the hell out of the video because, I don't want the customer's address to show up. So, oh, no, not. My Grubhub, I still have to update the documents and all that, so. Okay, so let's see what happens. It's not 11 yet, so I don't know if I'll get any orders, but I should have waited till 11 to be honest, but yeah, like these glasses are very tricky. Like you have to literally you have to like hold the button for 2 seconds and then hold the button again for 2 seconds, and then you have to end the recording. And then sometimes it gets messed up. Like if you do it wrong, it'll like it will like damage the file and it won't even save. So that's kind of stupid. So I tried to see if I could just like take the SD card out and end it. It'll save automatically. But now they're saying, I think the instructions said if more than 10 minutes it'll automatically save. So I think if it's over 10 minutes it'll save automatically. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if I get any footage from the glasses, but yeah, because actually I went out for an hour yesterday when I, towards the night, and I actually did pretty decent. But yeah, I had these on. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So that's kind of too bad that I didn't capture everything that I said. And then I was like, the first 30 minutes there were no orders, and then I got 2 back to back, and then I ended up getting like 2 tips. I think I made 20 or a little more than 20 that hour. The first one was like 6 items, like 60 or probably maybe a little bit more than $60. And that tip was like 9 or so. So it was probably at least 60, I would say. And then the next one was lower, but they still tipped like a few bucks. So it was like, I think I made about 20 exactly for that whole hour. See, and then, like I said, I'm downtown, and I didn't get an order for the first 30 minutes. It was just me talking. And basically, I didn't get nothing for 30 minutes, so I was just talking. And then I got 2 back-to-back, 2 Uber Eats back-to-back, and the payouts were like 4 and 4, plus a little bit of change. So it was like $8.50. And then I got a $9 tip, which that'll bring it up to $17. And then like the last tip was like $3 or $4. So yeah, that was like $20, $21 for that hour, even though I didn't get no orders for 30 minutes. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I like downtown. Like even if it's slow, I can still snag 2 orders the hour and still manage possibly $20 for the hour. So that's not bad at all, to be honest. So that was pretty cool, but it's too bad I didn't get it captured. So I'm just gonna have to record from the glasses and then record from the screen, I guess. And oh, damn it, sorry. So so then if I get both, then cool. If not, then it's whatever. I only get the screen recorder, which is fine. But I'll have to edit the hell out of one of my subscribers was like, hey, where's your live deliveries? They were funny and cool, and and I'm like, yeah, but I can't show the customer's address, dude. I can't. I try to explain it to him, but so I'm like, I cannot do that. Like, I'd have to edit the whole, I'd have to edit those parts out or maybe crop the video to where the first part, the top half, the customer's address gets, it's edited out. I know with Caviar, it's like kind of in the middle of the app, so I'd have to really edit that out too. It's kind of difficult. So, but yeah, I mean, if I get positive feedback from these live deliveries, I'll just keep them pumping, because I can upload like once a day, literally. It's just, like I said, it's a little bit harder. Like, I gotta make sure my screen recorder's on. I gotta make sure, these are on. But I can't tell if they're recording. I mean, they technically are recording, but when ending the video sometimes gets messed up. Like, you have to press it for like, it says 1 second, but it's actually not 1 second. It's like maybe 2 seconds. So you have to hold it and then like count to 1 second, and then let go, and then it's supposed to flash and then go off. And then that means it's saved. But if it does something different, it didn't save. So that's the thing. So with these, it'll be hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? But at least you'll get the screen recording. But like I said, I'll have to edit the hell out of these videos. Like, I'm not gonna expose the customer's address. Come on. Because yeah, that's private, private information, and that's a deactivation or whatever. So I'm not trying to do all that. So anyways, so yeah, see, it's 10:30. Like, I always tell, like, I had a few guys in the group, and they're like, Mike, just start earlier. And I'm like, dude, it's not always. It's like, you got to think about it. Time is precious, right? They're like, oh, if you just start earlier, you'll make more money. Well, in theory, but that doesn't mean that's gonna happen. Like, what was it, yesterday? Oh, it was horrible. I started at 8, and no, I'll go this way. And yeah, I went to like 12, and it was just horrible, man. It was just like, I was so mad. But then when I worked Wednesday, I killed it in the morning. I killed it. I was done by 4:30. I made over 200 that day, 225. 225 from 8 to 4:30. 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So that was great. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's rough, Like, yesterday was Friday. You think it'd be pretty decent, but it wasn't that good, like, with the virus, the COVID-19, some people have the weekends, some people are working, some people aren't working, so the days are all kind of weird. You think a Friday would be good, but sometimes even weekends are not good. Sometimes during the week is the better days now. So it's just crazy. You can't bank on the weekends now. I mean, in theory, they're supposed to be pretty good, but, you got the COVID-19, you got some businesses hiring back, you got some not, some still shut down, some people getting laid off, fired. One of my friends, Adriana, her position got eliminated. Like, it's like the COVID-19, they say, okay, we gotta lay you off, we'll call you or whatever, and then all of a sudden, prefer to walk, nope. And then all of a sudden, they call her and like, oh, sorry, your position's been eliminated, we apologize. So don't think that you're gonna go back to work starting in August or whatever, because that's when the unemployment ends. Well, not the regular unemployment. The regular unemployment's like, you might get, 100 to 200 a week, plus on top of your 600 a week from the stimulus CARES Act. That ends the end of July. So if you do, on average, people getting 200 a week on the unemployment, it's not bad, but 800 a month, most people can't live off of that. So people are going to get a rude awakening coming August, when their boss doesn't hire them back, or they officially lay them off or fire or whatever they do. But I mean, even if you get unemployment, if you're not getting that extra 600 a week, once they end it, and by the end of this month, it's going to be kind of difficult. Like, it's going to be real rough for a lot of people. So that's what I said. I'm like, people think, the safety of everybody, and I don't want to get into it, but you kill the economy, that'll last a good while. Like all these businesses shutting down, like good businesses, and then businesses that have been running for, like smaller businesses, like family-owned businesses for like 20 years, 30 years, 40, 50 years. All of a sudden, they're forced to shut down, and they had to file for, loans and bankruptcy and all this kind of stuff, and shut their doors, and then fire all their employees, and it's a problem. So that's what I tell people, like, this is, the news ain't reporting on it, but it's a big problem. One of my friends works at Apple, and he's just lucky enough to work for a company that is continuing to pay for him, even though they told him to stay home because of COVID-19, and that he can resume work when it's safe. So a lot of companies aren't like that. Like, if you're not at a really good, well-known company that takes care of their workers, you're probably screwed. Like, you've already probably been fired, or you will soon to be fired, because the economy hasn't picked back up. Like, it's still all messed up. And they just closed more businesses, and they finally opened the dine-in, and then they just closed it back. I took my dad out for Father's Day. I think it was a day after Father's Day. So what was it, June 22nd? We were able to dine in. I mean, it was fine. But now they closed it back. So it's like they have dine-in outside, but so it is what it is. I just, people think certain ways, and it's like, really think about what you're saying or what you believe, because like a lot of companies went out of business, a lot of people got fired, a lot of people got laid off, and a lot of people's position, they just got to, like, your position is no longer needed. Like, we don't need to pay you to do this. Like, it's not needed no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, So health is good and all, but when you destroy businesses and jobs, I mean, it's not good. It's really bad, because then, it's a trickle-down effect. It starts affecting everybody, And then even if you have a job, they might cut down your hours or whatever. I mean, like I said, it's all a trickle-down effect. It starts affecting everybody. And it eventually affects everybody in the end. So anyways, so that's how I feel about that. People think, like I said, a lot of people don't work at really good companies that are going to keep them on and call them back when things start to pick up, maybe, hopefully. But I already know so many people that got fired or laid off, or their position was just, your position's eliminated, we're sorry. Like, you're no longer needed. The economy's bad. You're like, I'm sorry, like, no money flowing around. I mean, thankfully, food delivery's not too bad. And I've been doing some dog walks too. So people still gotta eat, regardless. So that's the good thing about our industry, is that, even Uber and Lyft is still not too bad. I mean, people still got to get around. Got to go to the airport. You still got to travel, holidays, birthdays, appointments. So whatever. I mean, it's summertime. Vacation. People trying to relax, do things, have fun. people still using Uber and Lyft. So that's the cool thing about our industry, because it's like, I wouldn't say it's bulletproof, from a recession or depression, but it's we're pretty much stable. I mean, you're gonna have slow days, obviously, but you could still make money. There's like, like one day I can make 200, 300 or whatever, and the next day I might not do so good, 100 or so, but it's still, you're gonna fucking make good money. Like, you're gonna do good still. You're gonna survive. You're gonna, more than survive. You're gonna thrive. You're gonna pay bills, and you should have money extra. A good chunk left over. So, you can easily hit 1,000 in the week. That should not be a difficult goal, to be honest. Even in smaller markets, it's not difficult. I mean, it really is not. You put in the hours, you get the orders, you get the rides. It adds up real quick. Not real quick. You might have to put in a good 8 hours, 10 hours. It's a regular work day. If you wanna squeeze in more hours, you can. You keep it going. Take a little break, then get back out there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and see, it's slow right now because it's not 11. Like, in my market, breakfast is just not that good. And it just depends on your market. But normally, breakfast is hit or miss. Like, I mean, people don't be like, hey, I'm going to get up early and I'm going to order some Doordash for breakfast. Like, most people don't do that. They'll get their coffee or something. They'll make some eggs, something real light, some yogurt or something. Something that's not, people don't usually eat a huge breakfast. Usually it's something small just to get you going for the day and, satisfied. But yeah, I mean, so it's 10:49. So you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's slow for breakfast. Like, I always tell people that. It's like, you guys don't understand. Like, I had a few friends like, hey, you need to start earlier. Like, I'm the type of guy that doesn't like to waste my time. Some guys are like, well, you still make some type of money, and, I don't like this. I don't like driving around. I mean, I can park and stuff, save a little bit of gas, but it's not that much. I'm only going 1 or 2 miles here around the block. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm the type of guy that likes to stay busy. I don't like to go out during times that's not that busy, kind of slow. I'm operating a business here. I don't like to, and it's like, people always say, well, Mike, if you start earlier, that doesn't always necessarily mean you'll make more money, dude. Like, guys, I mean, I'm just saying, like, that does not mean you'll make more money, especially for food delivery. Like I said, breakfast is hit or miss. Some markets are not bad, I mean, but for my market, it's not that great, but luckily I ended up doing like pretty good Wednesday, like, and if I was kind of tired by 4:30, but if I wasn't tired, I could have pushed and made probably about 300. Like, I was already at 225 by 4:30. So yeah, sometimes you can do good in the mornings, Like, I had a dog walk. That's why I was like, okay, cool. I got a dog walk already at 8 o'clock in the morning for an hour. It's 21, 2 dogs. So it's good to have something lined up already in the morning if you can get something lined up. Like a scheduled ride or a scheduled delivery or a scheduled dog walk or something or other. I'm just going to park. And that kind of helps you out because you're like, okay, at least I'm making, for this dog walk, it's $21. And then after that, cross our fingers, I don't know. I ended up doing another dog walk. Not after that walk, but I ended up doing 2 Uber Eats and then another walk. Clicked it, I got approved for it. So I ended up doing like 2 walks and then 2 Uber Eats before like 11:30. So that was kind of cool. Like, you know, if you can get a good little chunk before 11, that's good. You know, because you know lunch hasn't even started yet. But like I said, it can be hit or miss in the mornings. So yeah, I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. Look, it's slow. It's like really slow. So, that's what I'm saying. I always tell you guys, it depends on market too. But generally speaking, if you can if you can snag orders, I mean, for the whole day, you should be able to hit about 200. Oh, right. Like, you should be able to hit about $200 in the day, you know. But, yeah, if it's slower and everything, you won't hit it. But, you know, you still make something. The cool thing about this is we don't have a boss. We don't have to clock in. We don't have to ask permission, you know, and schedule time off and all this and get it approved and whatever and this and that and, you know, call into HR and explain and get a note and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, with this, we don't have to ask nobody. I don't have to ask nobody. Can I work today? Or can I get more hours? Oh, can I take a week off? Or, you know what I'm saying? We have that ability to do that. So, you know, and it's always good to have a flexible schedule. So, it's like when I was dating a few girls, you know, like I explained it to them. I'm like, hey, I'm my own boss, and I just don't think they understood. Because one of them was like, you just work too much. I'm like, it's not that I have to, it's because I want to, you know? It's like, I want to make good money for the week or whatever, but if you want to hang out, ask me. Like, let's go to the beach. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's go to the zoo. Let's go see a movie. Let's go play some pool. Let's do this and that. It's like, you know, but they like expect me to read their mind. Like, that's what I'm saying. I just, the whole dating thing, man, man, whatever, man. I ain't got time for all that kind of shit. Then they judge you over this and that, and when they themselves are not even perfect anyways. So it's like, get the fuck out of here. Fuck you, bitch. You know, I don't need no fucking thought telling me, oh yeah, I'm breaking up with you because this and that reason, all this stuff. I'm like, bitch, you don't even look fucking that good. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I don't even, man, I just, you know, whatever, you know, be friends here and there, you know, talk and shit, but that's it. Maybe I get lucky here and there, but other than that, I'm not all about the whole love thing and relationship thing. I mean, 9 out of 10 times, more than that, like 99% of the time, 95% of the time, 90% of the time, it's gonna fail. You get with somebody, they get bored, they break up with you, or the guy breaks up with you, the girl breaks up, whatever. Like, it's always like that. It's always like that. There's no such thing as like, you know, let me not be judgmental. Give this guy a try, you know, and all this. And it's just BS. And then they cry like, oh, he broke up with me. It's like, yeah, you broke up with me. And I was actually a pretty good guy. What are you talking about? I blame, like, Disney and stuff. I blame cartoons and stuff. Because, you know, Disney Channel, they made all these movies about Prince Charming and princess movies, and it's like a psychological, you know, and I'm not bashing Disney, you know, you make cartoons and stuff, that's good and all, but you create like a fairy tale land, you create a fantasy for all these young kids, right? So they're looking for perfection, they're looking for like a castle, a nice house with a white picket fence, right? And it's like, people look for that. They look for exactly that. And if they see a flaw, they don't care if they have a flaw themselves. They'll just be like, well, you know what? There's a flaw in you. Sometimes they won't even tell you. right? That's why I don't like to open up. Like, nope, you ain't gonna get nothing out of me anymore. You know, and there were times where I opened up and, you know, showed my true feelings or myself and all this kind of stuff. It's just a bunch of BS, man. Because you get screwed anyways. Some people get lucky, and you just gotta find the right person. A lot of people are just immature. Their expectations are just way too high. They're like, you know, they think they're a fucking 10, but they're like maybe a 6 or a 7 on a good day. And they're looking for like a 10 or 11 or 12. And it's like, that's not how it works. Seriously, look at yourself and rate yourself and be honest. And don't shoot for something higher. You know, you might get lucky. Like, if you're a 7, you might get with an 8 maybe. You know, you might get lucky, depending on the personality and everything and stuff. But people, they don't have expectations. They don't have realistic expectations. And I blame, you know, Disney and cartoons and society and the news and the media and all this. I blame all that, you know. The school system and, you know, all this kind of crap. And, you know, I used to date girls like, you have to beat my parents and you have to get approved. And I'm like, fuck you. If that's how you are, I don't want to be with you anyways. Like, no. If I marry somebody, she needs to make sure she loves me for who I am, that I don't need to be approved by nobody. That's a bunch of BS kind of shit. You know. And a lot of women, they're just lost, and they don't know what's going on, and they don't really know what they want. So they just like, and then sometimes they get like a perfect guy, or they think, oh wow, this guy's not bad. But then, like, they freak out, and they're like, oh, I don't know. Like, oh, fuck it. Break up with them. I don't know. He's going to hurt me. I think he's going to, I don't know. He's too perfect. Like, I don't know. Like, you know, it's like, what the fuck? Like, fucking weird, man. That's why it's funny. Like, I laugh, like, and I don't mean to laugh. It's messed up. Getting hurt sucks. But it's like one of my ex-girlfriends, you know, she's, like, kind of a little bit sad now, depressed, like her life's not going that good. And I'm like, you know, I took care of you, you know, what the fuck? You know, fed you, gave you money, gave you first bank account, paid for the phone bill, you know, you lived for free with me, you know, take care of you, talk to you, hang out with you, you know, feed you, all this kind of, that's what I'm saying. I actually genuinely cared. And it's like, when women, so not women, but girls or whatever, you know, when they see that, they're like, oh man, like, you know, they freak out and they don't know what to do. They don't know if they should take the next step, and they start to, you know, it's like, you're hella stupid. I literally gave you so much fucking shit, like, just so stupid, you know. So, and you know, when I was younger, I was you know, I was the one breaking hearts. So, you know, there's the karma factor, so I get it, but it's like, you know, people they just play all these kind of games, man. They play so much games, like, it's not even funny. So, it's like you meet someone, you're scared to what to say, you're scared they're going to judge you, or what your beliefs are, or what comes out of your mouth, or, you know, it's like, why can't people just be themselves and just be like naturally, just say whatever, you know? But no, it's not like that. It's like, so it's like, I don't really care. I just like, hey, whatever, you know? They you know, people in general, not women, but, you know, just people in general, men and women, they just play these games. Like, they think they're ready for something, and then, you know, it's like, they're not really ready for that. Man, I'm so pissed I haven't got an order yet. So that's why I don't care. It's just like, you know, have friends, you know, that's it. You know, work, make money. That's all I'm gonna do, man. Like, enjoy life. I was gonna have a gig meetup, but they closed the dine-in now, so now we'll have to. I mean, they have out outdoor dining now, or whatever it's called, but yeah, man, I'm so mad. You know, and I forget it's a Saturday. Saturday lunches are always kind of slow, it seems like. Are we still recording? Yeah, this phone has like a lot of memory. It's got like a good amount of memory. I'm glad I bought this phone. It's the Moto G Stylus, I believe. It's fairly new. It's not bad. It was only 220 or something, with all the screen protector and all that, glass cover. It was like almost 300, I think. So this is a really good phone. I've had a decent phone in a while. Cause like in the past, I'd always like get a phone and I'd forget to get a phone protector and a case, and you know, I drop it and the screen's all cracked. Like I have about 4 phones that I still have that the screen's just cracked. Like it's not broken. Like you can still turn it on, but the screen is cracked and shit. And I'm like, well, I do gig work a lot. I need a solid phone with good memory, good battery life, you know, good camera and all that kind of stuff. So, man, you see this? This is crazy. That's why I tell people I don't like to start before 11. They just don't get it. Right? I just can't, you know, sit or drive around for like 30 minutes or an hour. Like, I just can't do it. I don't like it. Some people don't give a damn, but I do. I don't like it at all, to be honest. I'd rather be getting orders, like, not non-stop. I mean, you know, get an order, wait a little bit, get an order. But yeah, I prefer back to back to back. I like to be moving. I like to be working, like, seriously. So, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. Like, no orders. Saturday lunches are always the slowest. So, shit. Oh, man. See, I'm running out of things to say, too. So I'm like, man, I'm all talked out. I'm like, I said everything that's really on my mind and what's going on. So, see, we need an order now, man. It's been 33 minutes. Oh, man. Shit. Man. I may have to cut this part out. I'm just sitting here now. So boring. Facebook. It's crazy. I'm like trying to record finally some video, some live deliveries, and it's like nothing's popping up. I hate that. I may have to take some of my old live deliveries and then just edit them out. Like edit out the video, because they were pretty good. I put them in private. So I got to edit the address out or whatever. So, but yeah, that'd be good. I made some pretty cool ones, like back in the day. Oh, man. Yep. So that's why I'm saying every day is not going to be really amazing and stuff, but you're going to have some good days where you can hit over 200, over 300, you know, and you just got to take advantage of those days, you know. Try not to wear yourself out also. But, man. See, on Saturdays, like I said, it's slow. I always forget about that. Like for Saturday lunches, it's always kind of slow. So it's like, man. Shoot, man, this is crazy. It's been like, what, 40 minutes now or something? 35, 36 minutes. Huh. Oh, wow. I need to seriously make some cards, like some caviar cards, some Uber Eats cards, and just pass them out like crazy. I was like, this is ridiculous. Everyone like goes out on Saturdays because everyone's off. Usually it's a nice sunny day. They go to the park, want to go out and do something fun. They don't want to stay inside. I understand. I get it, but man, someone's got to be ordering right now. Can't be nobody. That's why I think like you should people should focus on Monday till Friday, right? Like Saturday, Sunday, sometimes it's not that great. But yeah, you wanna get like I would say the first 3 or 4 days is very crucial because you could make 1,000 in that time, and then if the other days are bad, it's like, oh, whatever, I still made $1,000 or whatever, you know, like. So always start the week out strong. Some people like to take one day off or Tuesday off or Wednesday off or whatever. I did really good. One of my friends said her slowest day is Wednesday. I had a really good day Wednesday. So it just depends, you know, like. So yeah. Ah, man. Hate how slow it is. I don't like it at all, man. I wish the movie theaters were open. Oh, I think they said maybe Placerville was still. They said like one of my friends said one of the movie theaters is open right now. Yep, everybody's outside, or they're sleeping in. That could be the case too. People like to sleep in and stuff. It's like, oh, I don't got to work Saturday, so I'm gonna sleep in till 12 or 1 o'clock. So, man, this is hella slow. Man, this shouldn't be right at all. This is just like. But, can't wait for my e-bike. It's not that I'm going to really use it that much. That's the sad part. It's like I already got a... There's a dude on the bike that has Doordash. That's weird because they don't have Doordash mode in Sacramento. Well, I don't know how he was... See, he's not even having orders. He's just riding around. It's so slow. You see, and that's another problem is these apps, man, they overhire and it pisses me off. Especially with Caviar. When they did that, man, like last year, I just saw a great deduction, and it's been like that ever since. It's because they hired all these people. I mean, that's the only thing. That's why it's like that. You know, because they hired all these people. It's like, you don't need all these people. The people you have already is fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave it how it is, because at least they're making, the people you have, they're making a good chunk of money, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. And sorry, I was trying to pay attention. Oh man, this is really bad. This is like really, really bad. It's really slow and everything. I don't know what to do. Oh man. Fuck. Check my mail, I guess. I don't know. This is messed up, man. Oh man. Fuck. This is hella crazy. Where is the key? I have so many freaking keys now. It's crazy. I have a key for everything. I can't find the key that I'm looking for though. Fuck. Oh, I don't have my mask. I'm probably gonna. Fuck. You see that? Fuck. I gotta get my mask. I mean, they probably won't say nothing, but it's fucking annoying, man. You see that shit? Fuck. Oh man, I hate that. All the way back. Oh, crazy, man. Like, oh man. Oh man. It's fucked up. Hi. How are you? Good. Okay. Anyways, man, this is so bad, dude. Like, no orders. Man. Oh, fuck. Alright, I think that's it, guys. There's no orders today. I don't know. I may restart this and do it later or something. Fuck! How long is it? 45 minutes. Oh my god. Alright, guys. Hope you enjoyed me just ranting and talking. I don't know if it feels enjoyable or not, but let me know in the comments below. Alright, guys. Peace. See ya.